How's Corso? Is he good, healthy? Is he he's quarantined? I mean, how's he doing?
Talked to him just a few weeks ago. He sounded great. Said that he was staying away from everybody and just hitting the lake close to his house and doing some fishing. So he's doing well. He was doing well.
So I imagine have you heard internally at all about College Game Day's plans that you're going to be mostly studio based?
We've had discussions for every possible contingency plan. I'll be involved in some more of those in the coming weeks. You mentioned the Notre Dame Navy game. That was that we're still no announcement has been made about that.
Right.
But the game in Dublin was supposed to be a great way to kick off Week 0. College Game Day was going to Ireland. We had this spectacular location for our set, and a lot of big plans for that. So. If that in fact doesn't happen, which, as I said, it hasn't been made official yet, but it seems, honesty compels me to say that seems unlikely. But, if it doesn't happen, that'll be disappointing. But we have to figure out a way to continue to conduct the show safely and still maintain the character of the show, which is to involve the fans. Now, that might mean something virtual like we had in the NFL draft. It might mean a limited crowd size. Nobody knows for sure what that means yet, but we're kind of working through some plans of how would we execute this? How would we, would we find a spot on campus as opposed to a spot that would invite big crowds? All of those things that would, be in compliance with whatever local officials and whatever medical personnel thought was the safest and best thing for us to do.
Man, things you take for granted, right? Things you take for granted until they're gone.
I mean, it's amazing. Just little things like, that little adrenaline rush that you get walking to the set on Saturday morning and just sort of running down and slapping hands and shaking hands and fist bumping with everybody in line and being fired up when everybody's in there shoulder to shoulder. That seemed like the norm. And when it wasn't just a sea of humanity for as far as you could see, I wouldn't say it's not disappointing, but you're like, oh man, I wish the crowd were bigger. Now, all these crowds were phenomenal, and it's something that hopefully we'll be able to do at some point in the future if once it's able to be done safely.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.